Hello everyone, this is Vanshika Tainwala, legal intern on the Lexis and Company for the month of June, and today in this video I will be talking about the topic marital rape and the rights of the woman. So basically I will be dealing with what is rape and what is marital rape and what are the rights related to the woman and why it has not been still incorporated in the Indian Penal Code. So basically rape is an offence against a woman which violates her dignity and self-respect. However, when it occurs within the four walls of a matrimonial house where the perpetrator is the victim's spouse, we call it as the marital rape. So it also reduces a woman to the status of an object or a toy which is used for merely a sexual satisfaction. So basically the definition of the rape remains the same, that is the sexual intercourse or sexual penetration or inserting of any object, any part of body, be it finger, into the vagina, urethra or anus of a woman without her consent. So there is an immediate need for a distinct law on marital or spouse rape in India. So rape within the marriage gives extreme pain to the wife to the very core. So women silently suffer through it, which psychologically and emotionally affects them. So the reason for such silence can be the family reputation, the maintenance of the children and the financial dependence on the husbands. So the woman has been given the right for protection when the violence is caused from the outside entities, whereas when the perpetrator of a bodily integrity is her own husband, so the protection is withdrawn by the legislators. So basically when someone mentions the word rape, the tendency we think of someone is who is an unknown or stranger. Usually elderly people of a society do not think of marital rape as something. So it means that women have no right over their body and her will is subject to that of her husband. So while the legal definition covers marital rape as an unwanted intercourse of penetrating penis or kind of object, any kind of object into the vagina, urethra or anus or the mouth of the wife obtained by force, threat or force when the victim is unable to consent. So marriage is considered to be a civil contract and consent to sexual activities is thought to be the descriptive element for this contract. So rape is derived from the word rapio, which means to seize. So basically in the case of Bodhisattva Gautam versus Shubhra Chakraborty, the Supreme Court of India has described it as a deathless shame and a gravest crime against the human dignity. So rape is not merely a physical assault but destruction of the whole personality of the victim. The law has not yet designed a proper structure for such offences which are committed within the marriage, which destroys the freedom of the woman. Rather, it has conceived the rape as a tool for protecting a husband's property, that is, wife from a sexual aggressions of other men. So therefore, rape within the marriage was not recognized as an offence, as woman was considered to be the property. So marital rape is particularly complicated because of the personal nature of the marital relationship makes it hard for the victim to fight against the husband, which may cause shame to the unsupportive society. So the independence of the woman on her husband and maintaining the child with the husband's money, places women into a difficult and complex situation, which is why marital rape is one of the highly underreported violent crime. So if the victim attempts to approach the legal authorities, they undergo domestic violence at home, and many with their children are left without food and the shelter. So one of the main reasons behind such silence of marital rape is the unsupportive society and the family, including her mother and father. So in most of the rural areas, when a woman is still married to a man, the family of a woman give no further support to the girl in any sense. This means she is treated as a burden by most of the families in the rural area and even in the urban area. So even many people, just for money, marry their daughter to a handicapped person, unsound person or person with any other disabilities. So how can we expect from such women as marital rape victims to raise their voices who have already been sold to their husbands by their own parents? So there are plenty of legislations which has caused marital problems such as dowry, domestic violence, feeble infanticide. But the most important marital rape has not been seen by the eyes of the lawmakers. So women who are raped once by their husband are likely to be raped by many. They are not only suffer vaginal rape but also an oral rape. So the husbands often rape their wives in asleep condition or using coercion, verbal threats, physical violence or weapons to force their wives into having non-consensual sex with them. So women raped by their husbands may feel reluctant to report because of the family name and fame, inability to lead the relationship, secure the future of their children, unsupportive society which will utter bad for the victim only. So marital rape is the worst kind of crime. So basically in the Indian Penal Code Article 3, Section 375 deals with the offence of the rape, which indulges in only the strangers and other persons and not the husband. it does not include the word husband. The exception of the section 375 states that intercourse with the husband or wife, wherein the wife is below 18 years, will be punishable, but not the wife wherein the wife is above 18. So these are some of the lacunas which we need to recover in order to make the marital rape more punishable in the eyes of law. So there are fundamental rights such as Article 14 of the Constitution, Article 21 of the Constitution. These are the further certain rights which are given to the marital rape victims, but there is no such further law which deals with the marital rape. So I hope that in future the Supreme Court does something and the Parliament also makes some recommendations and makes some laws relating to the marital rape, and this will be a great success for the India's judiciary. Thank you for listening. Hope you understood this concept. Please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel for more further content. Thank you.